everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Three Dads and a Console. We know not every dad can stay up to date on the latest and greatest in video game news that you need to know about, so we are here to do it for you. Remember, this show is kid-friendly, so no earmuffs are needed. Now on with the show, I am one of your hosts, Wobble Plays, alongside Pez.
Hi. No court. Usually I'm the third man, but today I got boosted up to the B chair today. There I am.
The B seat.
What's the crack, Waba?
The crack? I would say the crack is 95. Been a good day.
You'd love to hear it. You truly love to hear it.
Good. I got did work. I got to stream. I got a fat raid by another content creator. I won 2 games in a row, believe it or not. And yeah, that's good practice for the big tournament next week in NHL 23 that obviously I'm advancing in.
Talk to me about that. What is this tournament you speak of?
So I can't. Usually I know what's going on. We played a tournament happened in like February or something, January, maybe one happened in February, and then like the other teams had their own mini tournaments. I don't know what's going on, and as a parent, I don't have the time that these Zoomers have to just like dedicate my Saturday to like sitting and playing and waiting for like a tournament. But there are more play-in games. They're happening now in Europe, and then next week is North America. So you get 25 games. You can start on Wednesday to Sunday, and the top maybe 32 people advance. I don't know because none of this makes sense to me. In the past, you had 4 weeks, top, 18 move on. Couldn't tell you.
This should be easy.
Well, because some teams, like Florida, they do their own tournament. Carolina did their own. The Bruins don't. So, like, I don't understand. Winning those tournaments means you advance. Who knows?
Who knows?
Maybe I don't even think the people who won them know. I don't even think the people running it know.
It would be nice if the Bruins did an esport thing. Bruins, step up to the streets.
They did a pucks and paddles today, but they should get on the video game sticks and lose to me.
There you go. You should be representing.
I would do it.
Represent the Boston Bruins.
Yeah, I mean, I would be good at it. I would
unless
lose
they
in the
ask
first
you to
round.
play. Unless they ask you to play Isho.
Unless they ask me
in which case you'll just get carried by like 5 other dudes.
They'll stick me at left wing and they'll be like, just
wing.
Sit in the neutral zone.
Stuck on left defense. Just go over there. We'll just run a 1-2-2 or 1-2-1.
Teal is a vital position.
It's true. I'm a yellow position myself. I'm a right defenseman.
You're the old Charlie McAvoy.
The old Charlie McAvoy is what they call me.
I also found out today, so I have 2 Xbox 360s. I've never owned Xboxes until I started flipping things. I got one from a yard sale. They wanted 15. I think I paid 10. And it came with the power supply, so I was like, okay, I'm in. Easy. And then I got another one for 15. That's they said it was a Gears of War edition. I saw it. It's Modern Warfare 2, so like I know that's worth like 80 if it works. So I've tested both of them. They both work, but after testing them with the game, so I know they work, I can turn them on. The white one, so the $10 one, the disk drive no longer opens, even when I try to force it open with like a card.
Yeah.
And the Modern Warfare one doesn't close all the way. So really? I have 2 consoles I'm trying to test games on. Games that are valuable, Naughty Bear, and I can't, and I don't know how to do it. I'm gonna have to open up these machines.
Oh, 1,000%. I'm looking at my Xbox Elite. It's on my shelf over there, and I'm pretty sure you can take the top shell off. I think the screws are in the back. Take that off, and then right there is I think there's like a plate you need to unscrew, and then there's the CD drive right there.
Oh god, old consoles were so dumb. Now I know why like all the new ones, it's just like nothing actually comes out. It's like you just pop the disc in and the disc comes out. You don't have to actually have like a shelf come in and out.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything because at one point my PS4 stopped spitting discs out. I had to go in and fix it.
Maybe
So
we're just maybe digital is the way.
maybe I know, right? Maybe we're just doing the wrong thing, and we're just making it harder for ourselves.
Yeah, I mean the only downside is, I have all these games. I sold Naughty Bear once, and the person said it didn't work on his thing. I threw it in the other one, it worked, and I want to be able to prove to these people that this thing works. But anyway, it's not a normal problem to have in 2023. My Xbox 360 doesn't work, so it is what it is.
I mean, yes, it is. Have you heard of the retro game company DK Oldies?
That sounds like my favorite radio station.
So DK Oldies is a retro gaming supplier site, and they upcharge you like crazy. They sell like N64 or they sell like NESs for like $300, and people buy them. And people buy them. And if you buy like a PS3 or whatever, you have to pay extra to get the actual controller, not just like some third-party Mad Catz bungus controller.
Oh Jesus!
And there is the big controversy is not that they charge these much for consoles, because like if someone's willing to pay it, that's on the consumer. That's not on you as the buyer, or you as the company. But they state that they're refurbished and they're not refurbished. And so people are buying Xbox 360s and like the CD drive doesn't work or it doesn't come out or whatever. And it's a big thing on YouTube right now, and I'm sucked into the drama and I can't stop myself.
That's so frustrating because if someone thinks something isn't as is, like they'll like return it right away, but like it seems predatory. Like, I'll sell things as is. Like that Modern Warfare one I'm probably gonna sell as is, like $60. Why not? No power supply, no game. Maybe I'll throw a few, games in, whatever, have someone else fix it. But just be like honest about it. So if someone's like, hey, like what'd you do? It's like, told you. But I mean it's weird. I don't know. The stuff you come across, like I bought someone's PlayStation 3 that I still need to like test and list. I think for like $25, and then he sold me all his games for 25. It was like 20 of them. It was unreal. And I asked him about it.
People don't know what they have.
And I got an Xbox. First generation, for someone who's never owned Xboxes, I have like 3 in my house. A brand 4. No, I forgot the new one. A brand in-box Xbox original with like 2 controllers, a headset, and like was it 3 games?
Are you for real?
I still have it. I don't know what to do with it. I mean,
complete in box?
Yeah. I mean, it's not like brand new. It's
right,
all there.
You have the Xbox box. Wow.
Just someone was like, I don't want this anymore.
Wow.
You got it. I'll drive to pick up your trash. Let's do it.
Yep, I'll take it.
So
I'll definitely take this definitely not worth something console. Thank you.
I do that all the time. I do that too much, but
dude, the Xbox 360 was one of my favorite consoles, honestly. I love that console. It was so good.
Glad you can play all this stuff on Game Pass now. Like I'm not looking to like play these games. I don't know. It's just weird how I went from like being a Sony only, and now it's like, yes, I know that these are like, I picked them up for a reason, but now I have 4 in my house, and I think it actually has more Xboxes in my home than I have PlayStations, which is weird.
There is only one Xbox game that I would want, Xbox 360 game, and that is NCAA 14.
Good luck.
I know those things are worth a lot of money.
Good luck if you can find that. That is the holy grail of 2 gens ago.
I know.
So,
I know. I have my little NCAA collection, and I'm only missing like 2 of them. 14 is one of them.
If I find it, I'll put it on your tab.
My tab will be paid off by the end of the month. Don't you worry about me.
Fair enough. So I know we've talked a little bit about the past, but let's talk about the future of Xbox gaming. There is a certain game that had a trailer today and a little, dev background, and that is for Starfield. I didn't care about this game up until December when I got Xbox.
Got an Xbox?
Exactly. Yeah. I did not care one moment. But basically, they didn't show too much, really at all. But they gave more time frames. Pez, what do you think? What is it?
Well, I think
9/6/23.
I think their initial whole like it's coming the first half of 2023 was bungus, obviously. Other than that, dude, I'm excited. I'm trying to think what comes out around there, but nothing major is like poking me in the brain. So, I mean, it's included in my Xbox Game Pass subscription. So I will load it up on the Series X on the 4K TV, and I will see how it plays.
I'm glad they did something like this because they said, all right, like, here's the deal. Like, we need some more time. They had some gameplay going in the background, which was cool to kind of like, tease a little bit. Most of it was third person. Some of the gunplay was in first person. You had the stuff in the bottom right, like the, bullets, all the health and stuff, a la Fallout a little bit. So you don't really know too much about it. They talked a little bit about story, and it looked like the Lord of the Rings or the Game of Thrones intro. But they did say July is where we're going to get more info, right?
Yeah, I dig it. I think that they did say when Bethesda did their little like 4 or 5 developer thing that Starfield's getting its own. So that's probably a Starfield direct or whatever you want to call it. But I mean, I really enjoyed No Man's Sky even at launch, which when it was like an unoptimized, broken kind of mess. It's fantastic now. If you ever can play it now on Game Pass, go for it. Play it, right? I recommend. This is how I play it. Lights off. My backlights are on because I played in this office. So the backlights are on, and I have a synthwave playlist playing on my Spotify. And you just get in there, man. You are locked in, ready to go. But like that open world space exploration sounds dope. I think it sounds cool. Hopefully it's a better story than No Man's Sky, because No Man's Sky's story was crap. And hopefully it's not as big of an inventory manager as No Man's Sky continues to be, because they like, that's the skeleton of the game. They can't really change the whole thing, but I'm excited to try it. Something different from Bethesda, which I love. Man, I hope they did a good job with the creation engine, because they didn't in Fallout 76, and it showed. But we'll see. It doesn't look like a Fallout or Skyrim game from the little gameplay I've seen. So I'm excited.
I'm sure it will be good. But if it's not, I think that's a bad look for Bethesda. Not just, they put out a bad game, but like Fallout 76 at launch was not good. I know, I reacted so poorly to it. Like, I remember when that came out, I was like, oh my gosh, it's Fallout, and they're like, it's multiplayer. I was like mad over a situation that didn't directly involve me.
Well,
like irrationally angry.
When people bring up certain games, you have expectations with those games, right? If I'm like, hey, we're going to play NHL, you'd be like, great, we're going to play hockey. But if I was like, hey, we're playing NHL RPG simulator, right? And you have to like do a, I don't know, Fallout-esque type game with a hockey player, you'd be like, I don't want this.
That sounds great, like tape to tape.
Yeah, but tape to tape was way more arcadey. I'm talking NHL style looks, everything. You'd be like, what? I don't want to just do it's essentially only be a pro, right?
Oh, that.
And you're like, I don't want to do this, right? So when someone says Fallout, you're like, oh yeah, no, the Fallout is going to be cool. I'm going to walk around this vast world, meet new people. Nope. When 76 launched, multiplayer, no NPCs, have fun. You and your dumb friends are the NPCs. And it's like, you know what? No, because I know I'm not going to come up to Waba and Waba's going to be like, hey, chum, how you doing? You want to help me with this thing? He's either going to ignore me or he's going to try to shoot me.
Then I started blasting is basically the reaction of everyone.
Yeah. And so the first like 2 weeks were lawless because people were just like griefing one another. It was a nightmare. But also the engine, they basically took old parts of Fallout 4 and like tried to clean them a little bit, and the engine was a mess. So I'm glad they're taking their time with Starfield, but I really hope it takes off, because Bethesda Softworks, the main developer of Bethesda, needs something that isn't Fallout or Elder Scrolls. They do.
I'm sick of Elder. I never played Skyrim, but I have Skyrim fatigue because they put it on everything, even that fridge, which I know is kind of a meme. But like, if you look at it, it's like, just stop. We don't want this again. It's fine.
Once you play it with mods, like, there's no point in playing it anywhere else.
But like, you don't have to port it to everything.
Nope. Like they made a Switch version, but then they came out with Skyrim. Then it was Skyrim Legendary Edition. Then it was Skyrim Anniversary Edition. It's like, We get it. It is your highest selling game ever.
God.
You can stop now.
They live more in the past than like Montreal fans. Just stop. Just let the old do new things and do that.
They
Stop
did.
harping on the past. And now we have Starfield.
Well, they are. They didn't. It's not
I know.
They did. They are. But it's exciting. It's exciting. And actually, a game I'm even more excited for that's coming out under the Bethesda umbrella is Redfall. And we got confirmation yesterday that Game Pass, console, and Steam can all play together.
Woo!
Which is great because that's always an issue. Like I know with Deep Rock Galactic, which is a fantastic game, it's like Steam can't play with Game Pass, and that's lame. But now console, Game Pass, PC Game Pass, and Steam can all play together. So that's super exciting.
So are you gonna play on console or are you gonna play on PC?
Both. Because here's the thing with Game Pass, Waba, is your save is in the cloud. So I can go play on my console, and when I'm done and I come upstairs to do work and I don't have work to do and I want to play on my PC, load up the PC, the save comes with me, and it's go time.
I will never, I don't know.
It's wild stuff. It's wild.
Too much future
technology. Wild technology.
So another piece of technology that went live, I think today, was that you can now be on Discord on PlayStation 5. I didn't read anything about this.
Okay.
But I think it's interesting. So hit us with it.
Let's talk about it. Discord is becoming the ultimate party chat system. Plain and simple. Almost anyone who is in the streaming, gaming, creating space has a server. Studios have servers. Like that is the best way to now interact with development studios, publisher studios, creator networks have their own. Everyone has one. So for a while, it was only Discord. It was only PC Discord. You could only get in voice chats with people on PC, and that was it. And then 6 months ago, almost a year ago, Discord and Xbox dropped their collab. Boom, done. And it was like, this is awesome because my buddies play, I have friends that play like Destiny on Xbox. I play on my PC. All my PS5 friends were all like, oh, just get it off of PS5 so we can all be in party chat. And we were like, fine, we did, whatever. But now, Discord and PS5 have dropped. Boom. So now you can be in a voice chat, let's say with me, right? We're playing Redfall. Wab is on his Series S, right, in the living room, and Court is on his PS5 playing. It's not coming to PS5, but let's say it is. And then all of a sudden we can all be in the same Discord chat. So we don't have to worry about. And what I like about this is you don't have to worry about in-game chat, right? Because, for example, Modern Warfare, if you use in-game chat, there are times when the in-game chat stops because it's loading up like maps or whatever, right? So your in-game chat stops and you're talking and no one can hear you and you still think that you're speaking to somebody. And they're all like, what? What'd you say? I couldn't hear you, right? So now that works. So that takes all that out of it. Why are you giggling over there?
Sorry, it just reminded me of a story. So when we used to play Overwatch, which for the uninitiated, Overwatch is just you gotta be mentally tough to play that game. And so in that you could be in-game party chat with your whole team, or in-game team chat, or you can move to party chat, or you could skip it and do PlayStation party chat. So there's 3 different ways to do it. So sometimes games would reset and your whole party would go back to team. Why this is important is because when you think you're talking to your friends and you're in fact talking to your teammates. So there are times where it's like, man, this person playing Mercy sucks. We're dying. This person blows. They need to uninstall the game. Yada, yada, yada. And they're like, I'm sorry.
Wow, what a bully.
And then you have to be like, oh, I wasn't talking about you.
I was talking about you, Mercy. I mean, Mercy, the character in general.
There was just a lot of opportunity to just. I mean, okay, yeah, you're being mean, but like you're being mean like with your buds, or like saying things with your, you don't want to, you don't know what stories you could be telling, and all of a sudden it pops you back into general.
You never know. But
So
also
it's
the
just weird.
but also like if you Court and I are playing Overwatch and we're all in party chat or like Overwatch party chat, right? We can't just segment it to the three of us. It's like, oh, actually, yes, you can. It could be the three of us or the six of us, or now five of us. But if let's say there's a point right where the comms shut down because they're loading up the map, like we couldn't continue our conversation without being interrupted. Now you don't have that problem. But getting yourself onto Discord is incredibly cumbersome with Sony because of course it is. Of course it is. Let's talk about it. I did a short of this too, so I know this like front and back now. So this is what you have to do to sign up. Go into your PS5, update your firmware, okay? Do your system update.
2 hours.
Do your system update. Go into your settings, go into user accounts, go to linked accounts, and they'll have all those crazy accounts, like your EA account, all that stuff. There's a Discord one there. You click on that, it'll give you a link to go to. I think it's like discord.com/activate. You put in your 8-digit code that they give you, you link them, you're done. Now, to go into a voice chat, first, let's talk about how you do it on PC. Click on Discord, you click on the voice chat, you enter. How do you do it on Xbox? You press your Xbox guide button, you go over to parties and chat, and it'll say it'll have your list of people who are in Xbox parties. Then under it, it says join Discord voice server. Click on that, and then you pick your server, and then you just hop in a voice call. So I tried it on my Xbox before I came up here. I tried it in my server. I did it in Waba's server, and I did in a few others. You can just hop in and out with just the A button. Super easy. PS5. Are you ready for this?
Hit me. I'm exhausted just hearing about it, how to even log in.
So okay, PS5, you have to use your computer or mobile device to click on
Sony.
Yep. It doesn't make sense. So let's just say it's the phone, because ideally, I think if you're going to be on your PC and you have your PS5 behind you like this, you're probably going to just use your PC Discord. So let's say you don't have that option. You just have to use your phone. You go into your phone, you click on the voice. So you go into your phone. I'm going to do it as I talk. You go into your phone, you click on a voice chat. It'll say join voice chat. You have to click on that, and then it says connect to. Mine will say Xbox, PS5. Then you have to click connect to PS5. There needs to be. I'm very happy they do it, but there needs to be something on the dashboard itself. And I'm sure it'll come at some point. I'm sure Sony will put in a. Actually, you know what? I'm not sure they'll do it. I am not sure they'll do it because I don't know if they want people. I don't know if they want outsiders integrated in their system like that. Is how I'm going to put it, because that's not who they are.
Why do they do this thing where they say, "Hey, we have a big announcement that we're going to roll something out," and then they do it in a bad way? Just either do it well if you're going to, or just don't. And not to mention, since Sony basically said, "Oh, by the way, if you say anything awful in a party chat, which you shouldn't anyway, but if you do, we're gonna hear it and we're gonna ban you." Are they gonna listen into Discord calls too? Or are they trying to discourage you from doing Discord so you aren't being a degenerate? They're so weird with stuff. Just straight up let people talk to their friends while they play a video game.
It is very cumbersome to get into a chat, but once you get in, it works well. I did it this morning. I had friends on PC in a voice chat. I hopped in on my PS5. It worked well. So my hope is they just make it more accessible for the end user in their own software. That's all.
Fair.
I shouldn't have to. When you look at Xbox and you can press a couple buttons and you're in, I shouldn't have to turn on my phone. Then make sure all my stuff is hooked up. Then turn on my phone. Then go into my phone app. And then figure out how I'm going to connect into my buddy's voice channel from there.
Yeah, I shouldn't have to write a letter to my state senator and then buy my dog a hot dog in order to talk with my friends in Discord. Just make it easy.
Elizabeth Warren would be very upset if she knew.
She uses Discord. She'll help us.
Of course she does. I use Discord. I love Discord. It's me,
You
Lizzie Warren.
Imagine in like, I don't know, maybe less than that, maybe like 10 years. And politicians or like business people are gonna be like, "Hey, do you have my Zoom link?" They're gonna be like, "Hey, can you hop in my company's Discord and go to meeting room number 1?"
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Like I mean, think about it. Companies use stuff like Teams already. Teams is no different, right? It could be some company, you know, Bob's Automotive has a freaking Discord server, right?
And you know, like one person isn't gonna be on mute, but he's gonna have like music in the background, like off his like FM radio.
Yep, 1000%.
Oh God, just wait. Zoom, Discord's coming for you.
Yeah, Discord's coming for you, Zoom. But you know, it's. I'm just glad Sony did it because I could see Sony not doing it and just leaving. Once again, leaving. You know, the Sony boys in the dust.
The X boys are on the, you know, on the case, but the Sony boys.
The way Xbox integrated Discord is beautiful. It's beautiful. It's so easy. That's the thing. It's so easy. It took me 2 minutes to pop in and out of like 6 servers. I don't have an Xbox headset, so I have no mic, but and it says on the Xbox your mic is muted on the screen, which I loved as well. And there's like a whole host of options that you can do. You can go in, you can change, you know, you can mute yourself. If you're the owner, you can mute someone else. You can kick them all from the Xbox. Easy. Sony, you got to do it all on your phone, which for some it's okay, but it should be as easy as possible for the end user.
I mean, don't you have phones?
Yeah. That's
what if you don't? What if you actually don't though?
Well, then you can't play Call of Duty or Overwatch. Although I think Overwatch got rid of that for old accounts. If you're a new account and you don't have a phone, what are you poor? Stop being a poor.
Yeah,
go get a phone.
New frogs get rocked.
Yeah, and it can't be a burner phone. It has to be, you know, you need a 3-year contract from AT&T.
Really? Oh, that's like,
yeah. You can't use burner phones.
I mean, who has those anyway?
You and drug dealers. That's it.
No. For clarification, whenever I go to a estate sale, I pick up every phone I can because nobody cares about them. So, that's what he means by that. I don't. We all got some big news in the world of PES. So PES has been playing a game called the final.
The finals.
Sorry, I wrote the final and then I didn't put a
countdown
period between impression. So the final. So can you give us your impression and share a little bit of news you got for us?
Sure. So hi, Pizzelle56X. Nice to see you. On YouTube.com/ Here it is. On YouTube.com/3dads on a console. And I was accepted today into the finals content creator program. So the finals is a 4-team 3v3 PvP first-person shooter. Very fast movement. It is set up like a game show. So these 4 teams are literally in a game show. That's why it's called the finals. And what you do, each team has to try and open vaults, right? These vaults take maybe 45, 60 seconds to open. And then you go on to, you have to go to a cash out machine, put the vault in the cash out machine and wait, I think 1 to 2 minutes. As this is going on, people are, you know, obviously trying to steal the vault, steal the cash out, stuff like this. Here is what makes the game so much different than your other first-person shooters. Every piece of the map, listen to my beautiful voice. Every piece of the map is destructible. Do you know why that is? Because the developers on this team worked on early Battlefield.
Yeah, I was good. As soon as you said destructible, that's what I immediately went to.
So let me tell you about a fun little incident that happened to me and my partner, the Young Beef, yesterday as we were trying to grab vaults and cash shops. So each build is done by body type. There's a light body, a medium body, and a heavy body. There's no classes, there's no gunner, there's no healer. It is just body types. So your light body type is fast. It has low HP, and they use stuff like knives, SMGs, and pistols. Your medium body is kind of your run-of-the-mill. Every person, they do they have like shotguns, stuff like that. And your heavy has like LMGs and secondary like rocket RPGs and a flamethrower and stuff like that. So the light class has what is called a goo grenade. You throw it, and it expands like foam. Right, so you can block off doorways with it. Oh. So we're doing our vault. We're trying to grab our vault. I throw goo grenades down. All of a sudden, we don't even hear it. The floor explodes because the person underneath us threw breaching charges on the floor, destroyed the floor, and the vault dropped down, and then they stole it. So stuff like that happens all the time. It's a time match. It's about 5 minutes or 5 or 10 minutes. So the games go really quickly. There's no text chat. There is voice chat, but mine's turned off because I don't want to deal with people. And
Smart.
The game is buttery smooth. So I have it running. So today with OBS open, because I was getting footage from this game, I had it running full screen, 1080p, because that's what my screen does on Epic. On Epic graphical settings, and I was getting anywhere between 75 to 90 frames per second. So it is it's been a lot of fun. I got a key for it yesterday, and I already put in about 6 hours. Part of the content creation program is I'm going to have a full impressions up on 3 Dads on a Console, and just give them beta feedback. And I'll probably do some shorts or stuff if anything cool comes up while I'm playing it. But it's a lot of fun. It's going to be free to play. So be prepared for like a premium battle pass, because they already have it in the demo or in this like closed beta, which they have it, and they gave us like $2,000 of their like fake currency, so we could buy some skins already and check out the cash shop. And then they have a career. So they have a battle pass cash shop. They have a battle pass. They have a cash shop. And then they also have a career. Like as you play and you level up, you unlock stuff. So it's not just like just the battle pass. It's basically like the free version of the battle pass. So I've been having a lot of fun with it. It's really fast. I have a bunch of thoughts written down already about what I liked and didn't like, because there is some stuff about it I don't like. Some of the weapons feel super underpowered. I was playing against this team, and I was above them, and I already blew a hole in the floor, and I was looking down with a pump action grenade launcher, and I was like hitting the person. I hit him. They were reviving someone, so I hit him 4 times. That's how many grenades this thing holds. Hit him 4 times. He was able to revive the guy and run away. And I had hit markers all 4 times. So I don't, obviously, again, it's in closed beta, so these things are going to happen. I'm not really worried about it, but I can tell you I have been enjoying it a lot. And I grabbed a ton of footage to do an impressions video that I was planning on doing before I got into the creator program. So it's just like easy. I was already doing the homework ahead of time, but really exciting. And again, I've had a ton of fun with it. It's really fast. Some of the movement is slippery, so I'm sure that stuff they'll fix. But like if you are into Battlefield, like this is going to be it, because I playing the heavy, you can have so how the classes break down is you have an ultimate, then you have your primary gun, and then you have like 3 equipment pieces. So the heavy body is usually a light machine gun as your gun, an RPG as one of your heavy equipments, and then you can pick other types of grenades. I RPG'd this group of dudes, and I didn't kill them, which whatever. The time to kill is incredibly high, but they dropped. I broke the floor and they fell through the floor, and seeing that stuff is very, very funny. The maps are very vertical, so there's a ton of verticality there. But they have for your movement, they have a bunch of zip lines, both horizontally and up and down. So everything has been pretty good so far.
Interesting you say like with the class, because that's very Battlefield. Only
Yeah.
this class can have the RPG, only this class can have whatever. And it also reminded me, as you were describing it, light, medium, heavy, of Brink. Do you remember
Yeah.
that game? It was more
Yep.
parkour,
Yep.
but I'd be curious to know if anyone had worked on that, because I thought that as soon as you said that, I was like, oh, that sounds very Brink 3 and 3. So,
Yeah. It's gonna be fun. I think it's fun. It's very fast. There is no controller support yet, which I'm pretty bummed about because,
ooh.
well, there is controller support, but if you go in the settings with a controller plugged in, there's actually no settings for a controller. Because I play most of my FPSs on controller. I've been doing it for 30 something years now. I'm not going to stop. Sorry. So when I plugged in my Xbox controller, the right thumbstick was inverted, and I couldn't find a way. First off, if you play with inverted controls, go to therapy.
You should go
Secondly,
to
go to prison therapy. Secondly, there was no way for me to change it. And some of the key bindings, you can tell it's a beta or like a closed beta, because some of the key bindings didn't even work in game. Because like I wanted to change like my 2 and 3, which are your, to change your equipment. I wanted to make it my mouse buttons, my side mouse buttons, and I couldn't. So just little things like that, which they'll fix. I don't know if it'll get controller support. I hope it does. But if it doesn't, it doesn't. I've already put it in their feedback Discord, and I've already gotten guff for it from the quote unquote true gamers.
Kick rocks.
They say, hey, we don't play. Some dude went, hey, we don't play with controllers, and I wrote back, oh, you and who else? Like who? I wrote back, you and who else? Who are we? He never answered me.
Okay. You're probably the only person to like speak up on something like that. Like, big, what a nerd. But the game sounds fun. I a lot of the criticism you shared, and again, stay tuned to youtube.com/3dads-and-a-console for more. But it sounds like it's all just because it's new and they're just trying to get the base mechanics. Key mining's not working, obviously. That wouldn't be in the full version. That it sounds like something I'd want to get into, especially free to play. I can afford that. But if there's no controller support, I will not. And I imagine there will be others like me. Shooters on the computer is not something that I can adjust to. I think that playing like games like Diablo and point and click and like real-time turn-based strategy, top down is very point and click. I could not play a shooter on it.
I think
not anymore.
So I can play Hunt Showdown on the PC because it's not a very fast game. I think the fastest I can do is like Overwatch. Playing Ana.
I would not play Overwatch on PC only because you get matched up against like sweats.
Oh, big sweats.
I'm not trying to take years off my life trying to capture the point.
Big sweats.
Let him have it.
And then some dude screaming at you who thinks he's talking to his buddies on party chat.
Yeah, what kind of absolute degenerate would do that?
Just a degen, just a QC degen. Dude, there's parts of me that miss playing Overwatch, but I remember, just sitting in like lobbies, open public lobbies, quick play lobbies, just getting trashed up and down because I didn't heal the Genji that I can't see as an Ana, and I'm just like, the text chat is going nuts. I lead the team in healing, and they're like, Ana trash, and I'm like, you know what? There's nothing else I can do here.
You chose to play Genji, which honestly, that says a lot about you, weeb. Like, you're not to stop living your ninja fantasy and play a character that can do damage and play as a team. Come on. You're not an Overwatch pro. Stop playing Genji. Nobody needs that.
You're not part of the Boston Chowders?
The Uprising?
No, what are they? The Uprising?
The Boston Uprising.
I'm not a Boston Chowder.
I've never met a Genji I liked. Can you imagine if you don't play Overwatch, actually maybe you can relate, but like anytime you go in and maybe there's like 1 or 2 open spots and you're with your party, and then you see some donkey select either Genji or Widowmaker, everybody goes, oh, Oh
Unbelievable.
god, good game. Like we lose. It's one of them. Or the best is when you have Genji and then they start getting bodied and they switch to Widowmaker. Like
What's the point?
this
What's the
is
point?
why
Play a
you
good DPS.
yeah. Play anything. Honestly, don't play. Just sit on the point. Like that's all we need you to do. Don't play Genji. But
Waba's just got a little bit of toxicity in him, and I dig it.
it only comes out during Overwatch, and it's because you have to. Because someone's gonna tell you that you stink, and you have to say no, you, and they're gonna be like, yeah, you right, and then you win together, and it's just two enemies fight with all the friction, pushing you towards the enemy and winning.
You know what you do? You argue with someone, then you say, "Hey, if you got a problem, you go here," and you go to like twitch.tv/ and then someone you don't like.
We did that before we'd start. We'd be like, it'd be like the Snowball May thing, and it'd be like, hey. My friends would be like, "Hey, did you on Twitch?" And they'd be like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Yeah, hey, we're not gonna play unless you go and follow twitch.tv/WabaPlays right now." This is when I was trying to hit affiliate.
Did they?
They got follows from the beginning because they'd be like, "We're not gonna play. We're not gonna play this ranked match until you go follow him." I didn't ask for it.
Doesn't matter. The best.
These were my buddies. They helped me get affiliated, and know.
Those are the real ones. You keep
times were different, all right?
Vest.
Twitch didn't have a scorecard. I had to do the math myself manually to figure out my average. Okay, it was different times. Average. I was in 2017. I was a different person. That was before I had a child. I had no responsibility. Don't judge me.
Hey, no one's judging you. There's
a lot of self-guilt. Someone listening to this judging me.
Are you Irish? Because it sounds like you have a lot of Irish guilt built up right now about your affiliate status.
No, I just. Oh, it was different times, but Overwatch was a time. Overwatch was a time in my life. It was fun, but Overwatch 2, man. God, disappointment doesn't even begin.
Overwatch 2, the dumpster. Oh, Waba.
Yes.
Is it this weekend or next weekend? The Diablo 4 beta is coming out. If you pre-ordered,
I have to pre-order it. I didn't do that yet.
I think it's next weekend. And then that's the closed beta, and then the open beta is the weekend we go to PAX.
So the first beta is during GWC, and the second beta is during PAX. Diablo, why didn't you check with me?
Be fair, we're not going to PAX over the weekend, so it'll be okay.
It's probably because I'm talking so much stuff about Overwatch. They're like, we don't want him in here.
Yep. They said, you know what? This guy keeps ripping on Diablo Immortal, then he's just never gonna play this game ever again.
I cannot wait for that game. That's gonna be so much
fun. It's gonna be a great time.
I know. And as Pez mentioned, we're gonna be at PAX. If you're gonna be at PAX, we're gonna talk about it more next week, so that on Wednesday when we record and we release on Thursday, if you're going in, you can actually listen to us. Wouldn't that be fun? But if you're gonna be there, let us know. Reach out to us. Say hi. We'd love to see you. We're gonna be doing a lot of content. We'd love to talk to you. If you are a creator, we'd love to do a little on the spot, on the street interview. So let us know.
Yep. Little Johnny on the spot. Little Billy Eichner on the streets.
To the streets. Three dads to the streets. One time.
Yes, that's it. That's what I'm naming the playlist.
For you.
3 dads to the streets one time for you. Fiverr.
They're gonna be like, they don't know how to count.
No.
But yeah, so we're gonna talk more about it next week, kind of explain what we're looking forward to and things like that. But yeah, if you're gonna be there, let us know. We've already reached out to a few folks. And we actually know people doing some panels, which is fun. Some people that you actually might have met through our channel as well. So we're looking forward to that. Other things coming up. We have a lot of things we're working on. We're not ready to talk about them yet, but just stay tuned. Just know that we're definitely going to be doing some fun things soon. But more immediately on Monday, we did another side quest chat where we got to speak to the fine folks at the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute through the Jimmy Fund and Quest to Defy Cancer. So if you remember last September, when I was going to say Pez and I, mostly Pez, and also our friend Ride or Die, another Boston area content creator, raised money for the Jimmy Fund. It was crazy. So if you want to hear about our experience with it, if you want to hear more about the Jimmy Fun and Quest to Defy Cancer, check us out on Monday. We're gonna hopefully be seeing them at PAX, saying hi, meeting them. Well, you haven't met them, but I got to meet them at Harpoon. Being able to say hey. So that was a good episode. It was fun to talk about that. It was a little more casual because we were familiar with them too. And we got to share Pez's experience from how obviously everything obviously it met your expectation. What exactly how you thought it would go, your stream.
Yeah, I definitely thought we were going to raise that much money, and I was going to stream for 17 hours. 100%. I will say this one is more casual than our previous two because we have a relationship with the Jimmy Fun, and we've interacted with Catherine before. So it is a much more organic experience because the three of us have worked together before. So just talking through the challenges and how everything came to be, and it was a good time. I really enjoyed it.
So that's going to be dropping on Monday. So make sure you check that out at youtube.com/3dadsandaconsole. Pez, any final thoughts for the peoples?
Final thoughts. I will be having a review of Dustin Neon coming soon. Twin stick roguelike shooter. Actually, I'm having trouble deciding if it's a roguelite or a roguelike. And you know what? I think it's a mix of both.
What do you call that?
I think it's a rogle. Just a rogle.
Rouge-lick.
A rouge-lick. It is a twin stick rouge-lick shooter.
It's French for everything you said.
It's a great game. So it's super challenging. It's really hard. It's really stupidly hard, which I dig. Runs great on the Steam Deck, which I dig. Yeah. The biggest fault is people on Steam are like, this game's too hard. So I like it, which I like because it's supposed to be hard. It is if I went in thinking like, oh, this is going to be like Rogue Legacy or Hades. No, it's not. It's more like Binding of Isaac or Enter the Gungeon or something like that. It's more in that bullet hell like field.
Oh, yeah, that might be a little too intense for me. I saw you guys playing it. It looked like Borderlands and Dead Nation a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah,
cool.
It's a fun time. And
nice.
Then I'll have my impressions of the finals up probably sometime next week.
Excellent. And yeah, like we said, I know we keep saying it. We're going to be doing, so Pez and I are going to be going to PAX, and we're going to be doing like a lot of content. I'm bringing the GoPro. I'm going to try to set up a gimbal I have. If you don't know what that is, like just wait. I have like actual, like, believe it or not, I have a lot of equipment because I do. Sometimes I'm like, oh man, what a good deal. And then now I have a chance to use it. I've got a mobile Wi-Fi hotspot ready to go.
It's going to be great. I can't wait.
We're off. I got some external battery packs. We're going to be good.
It's going to be great.
And I got some protein bars. So, in it for the long haul. Folks, if you had fun, make sure to subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/3dadsandaconsole. You can also check us out on social media, at 3dadspod on Twitter. We will be talking about next week another Outright Games game that's going to be coming out. It's a DC superheroes themed game. So keep an eye on that, and keep an eye on the Twitter where you may have a chance to win a copy for yourself, courtesy of our friends over at Outright Games. True. So there you go. Big market tease. All right, folks, thank you very much for your time and attention, and we'll see you next time.